It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Thanks. What are you doing? This episode's a train wreck, Biggs. This is the episode where Biggs wants to just quit being a voice actress. Hello everyone, this is Boricua Biggs and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. In the last episode, we began the second case of the game, Turnabout Airlines, with Miles Edgeworth waking up after a plane was hit with turbulence, and he's on that plane, and unfortunately, he found a dead body in an elevator, which is on a plane, which to me is still weird. And unfortunately, the flight attendant, Rhoda Tenero, found him standing there, and she quickly assumed that he was the one who killed the person. But luckily, he was able to pretty much prove his innocence really quickly and easily. But I think there's somebody who's not very happy about that, so let's see what's gonna happen next. Ugh, this pain in the butt person. I can't. I can't. I just know. God darn it. I need Pharaoh. I'll do my best, y'all. It is what it is. What is it now? Oh no. I do love this music though. Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Virginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... Oh no. He's so... Ugh, I'm sorry, okay. He's actually kind of funny, just do it, Pink. Just get it over and done with. I said that he is giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. Oh god, it's horrible. No, I don't like it. No. What is that on your seat, sir? You actually put a seatbelt buckle around it? Oh my god. They're both like, I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. Gosh darn it, my accent always comes out Russian, doesn't it? No matter what I do, every time I try to do, like, a European accent other than British, it just comes out Russian. You know? I mean, I could do German somewhat, but still. Ugh! Russian is all I know. It is in my blood, apparently. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time? You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I am pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I'd hope that I don't dissolve in water, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc II. I am a very wealthy man in the Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout. I have to explain. Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Oh, it's turning French. Y'all, this is the struggle. I think trying to give him an accent is just hurting me more. Ugh. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it, yes I did. I saw the victim go on to the elevator, going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Thanks. What are you doing? This episode's a train wreck, Biggs. This is the episode where Biggs wants to just quit being a voice actress. Alright. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. One of your million, apparently. I was still eating. Still haven't finished, see? What the hell are you eating? It looks huge. Is that supposed to be a steak? Oh my god. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have, what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc. Oh dear lord, you're even throwing off my Edgeworth. Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw. Enough to give testimony? Of course, I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little, small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone? A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. Dude, cell phones these days are practically mini computers. What are you talking about? I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty, all it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenero. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. Huh, I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tenero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Ha! This should not be approved.
Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
Okay. You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes?
Of course not.
Ha! We will see.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene.
What? Unbelievable!
I am in your debt, Miss Tenero. However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Yay! Edgeworth gets his own female companion, sidekick, woo!
Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button. It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge.
How, like, I know we're first class, but I do wonder, given the size of the plane, like, where the other passengers are, you know? Hey, I can wander around again. Shut up, you angry man. Oh, but man, this is gonna be a struggle having to do LeBlanc. Cause it's like, it sounds too similar to my voice for, Mr. Zavari from the third game, Look at Me. So it's like that, and then it goes French, and then it goes Russian, so it just bothers me. But it is what it is. So, I'm only one person. I can only do what I can. Whose seat is this? I think it's, the victim's. Yeah.
This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about. Perhaps it's in the elevator. Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now.
We will. Just let me look around, man. What's up, dude? You look like a nervous wreck.
Don't get near me, you criminal. He said, don't get near me, you criminal. I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. But that's contrary to the facts. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. I can understand his English just fine, thank you very much.
Girl, please. Okay, what's up with this? Sir? Why are you not dead? Do you have like an extra liver or something?
Hey miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the cute attendant. Ugh, you jerk. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, Toots.
You don't need a refill, that thing won't die. You're gonna have another murder on your hands. Well, I don't know if that's murder considering he's doing it to himself, so.
That's no way to talk to a lady.
So rude, right? You're gonna die of diabetic coma if you keep eating all those sweets, sir.
If I may have a word with you. This steak so awesome. That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here the whole time, so wouldn't know. Eat or speak. Please pick one.
Okay, we pick eating.
I think he chose to eat. Yes, I can hear that.
Alright. This is my seat. Hey! Wait.
There we go. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. Okay. Alright, you jerk. Hurry up and investigate. Time should not be wasted. Precious as human time is how you say it, I believe. Okay, whatever, dude. Whatever. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there! If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry, but she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that he was in the red. Ooh, you vicious man. Like doing it to Edgeworth, to Gumshoe isn't bad enough. Alright. Okay, I guess we can only go to the left. I thought we could use the elevator, but I guess it makes sense not to. Alright, 7:26 AM, we're on the first floor lounge. I want to thank you for your help back there, Mr. Nero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. Whoa, what's going on with the game? Like the audio is slowing down. Ah, no winning. I understand. By the way, is there any place you could think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff keycard. And we found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Alright. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 AM and 6:15 AM. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. Where was the killer? What clues point to where the killer could have been? If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business would be to gather information to win your trust. Okay. Wow, game, what is going on? It's all stuttery now. It was fine before! These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There is quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area.
Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you.
Well, I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. Please. What's this?
This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door.
Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth?
I thought you said you don't care. Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. That was strange. Okay. Yay, piano. You know how to play?
This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive.
What the? Why would you do that instead of actually using it as a piano? That's not a piano, it's more like an overgrown music box.
Ah, but its keys to press along with the music, as though there really is someone playing it.
Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous. This is kind of like a bar. There are a few copies of Sky magazine in the magazine rack.
This month's special is an English trivia quiz.
That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle.
Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth.
No, he's not faking. What?
Who's ever heard of such a silly word as participle?
Case in point. That's sad. I'm trying to remember, is the participle like... I remember the gerunds, participles. English is so complicated. I love it, but there's so many things I've forgotten. Like, I know how to use the language, but then you forget, like, actual details of the rules and stuff, you know? Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence.
It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off.
I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Well, that explains why you passed out. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. Okay. Oh, we can't then. Okay.
The in-flight shop is just beyond those shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed.
There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. We must remain ever vigilant. Okay. Can I look at the statue? What or who is this?
This is a bronze statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other is of him in his 80s.
He looks the same. Did the man actually age in the span of 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. Alright, let's look. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt.
Aha!
Huh? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in this scene? Obviously, the footprints.
Take that!
What is it?
They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree that they are a set of footprints. There's some spilled grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator. This game, they just refuse to call it wine. It's always going to be grape juice.
So you think...
Yes, these belong to our killer.
Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class.
I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match.
Oh, I see.
Oh, she looks disappointed. Actually, let's talk to her really quick before we continue.
Are you in need of assistance?
Not really, just want to talk to you for a bit.
Miss Tenero, I'd like to ask you about investigating the lounge. As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around.
If you could pass the message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation.
I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you.
Of course, and I take no offense.
Do you really understand what I'm saying?
Oh, she's twitching again. Yes, verily.
Do you pinky swear you do? On your honor as a professional prosecutor.
Girl, why are you making him pinky swear? That's a little childish. I pinky swear I do, on my honor as a professional prosecutor.
Well, I guess that settles that.
I feel my honor as a man is slowly diminishing. That was pretty funny. Why you do that to this poor man? Actually, yeah, profiles. Let's see. Hacked victim. 28. Oh, well, she's young. 24. Okay. Zinc LeBlanc, 62. Ew, you look so weird. From N. European Republic of Virginia says he's a wealthy art dealer, time obsessed. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna have to leave this episode right here. Because I think when we start looking at the body and all of that, it'll take a while. So I think that should be a separate thing. So, not sure why the game is stuttering now, but that was a problem I had with Apollo Justice as well. So it could just be my computer. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. This old Bessie is 10 years old, so yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye!
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to ring the bell for notifications for new episodes. You can follow me on Twitch, where I stream every week, and also follow me on Twitter for updates. Until next time, have a nice day. Adios!